Listicles are one of the best and easiest way you can take your funnel up a notch and improve it quite substantially without having to do too much work on the front end to pull them off. So here I have two very well built examples of listicles from Javi and Blissy, two of the best brands at using these kinds of funnels and these kinds of pages to direct and improve the conversion rate of cold traffic they're getting from the ads, from their creatives, and from other sources to get people to buy from them and for their brand. So what makes listicles so good in front of cold traffic and what makes them the easiest and best way? There's multiple reasons for those. The best reason for that is that you don't really need anyone to help you with building those, especially if you're a starting out brand, if you're still scaling up, if you don't have the resources to pay for people to build them up for you, or pay a team or pay an agency or pay anyone else to build this for you. These are very easy to pull off because what listicles are is copy and images. You don't have to do anything really crazy or insane on these pages to make them perform super well. What you need to focus on is copy and visuals. Copy and visuals are the most important things on a listicle. The philosophy behind the listicle is kind of quite similar what you would do with an advertorial, and I have a case study of an advertorial we've built for a client of ours. I'll leave the link and the card for it up on the right on YouTube for you to check out. The philosophy is similar, but the layout and how you put it off is a little bit different. So obviously, you need to focus on specific pain points or problems, and this can be done for a lot of niches in general. I have the Blissy example here for this reason specifically. You don't have to be selling supplements or nutrition or healthcare or any of those kind of products, but you need to be selling a product that has a specific pain or problem that the product is attacking or your new mechanism is attacking. And you can select the few main points that are the most important and they can resonate the most with the audience and the customers you're selling this product to. And you basically build around these this kind of bullet point fashion layout. You build these points around this kind of layout here for the listicle, and you start talking about every single point in depth, and you couple it with a good visual on how the new mechanisms solves that point specifically. So as you can see here, for example, for the Javi example, so point number one is new innovative guilt-free formula designed to kick your body into shape. So obviously, why would the audience that goes for protein coffee resonate with this point? Because obviously it's an audience that cares about shape, that cares about being in shape, that cares about working out, and also, as you can see in the sub-headline, they're doing a perfect work of focusing again on these main points by having them bold out here. So the combination of protein, coffee, and these key functional ingredients are essential to losing weight, recovering faster, and boosting your youthfulness. Again, as with advertorials, what you need to focus on the most is your customer. You need to be relatable. You need to understand exactly what they're looking for in a product, and you list this out by importance, obviously. So if you're going to sell your protein coffee to this kind of audience, you start by with the points that are the most relatable, obviously, to hook them in, to catch them in on the page. And then the objective, as usual with listicles, with advertorials, and with these pages that focus on cold traffic and that you need to put in front of cold traffic, is focusing on getting people hooked to scroll. The focus is not call to actions. The focus is not redirecting them to an offer. The focus is not selling an offer. The focus on listicles, on advertorials, and in general on cold traffic pages is to get them to scroll, to understand exactly what they're getting sold, to understand exactly what the brand is about, to understand exactly how the mechanism works and how it helps them solve their problem. And then after that, after the points have been explained, after you're hooked in, after you slowly accept the fact that this new mechanism will help you achieve your solution, then putting a very good, very catchy offer in front of them. So for example, what they're using here, this is an old listicle that they were using for Labor Day sale, but the example still stands. You put a very good offer in front of them, because at this point they're hooked. If you've done a good job of being relatable to your customer audience, if you've done a good job of understanding exactly what they're looking for in your product, they'll be hooked in. And so if you put a good offer in front of them, they'll just go for the purchase right there and then. So the goal for listicles, for advertorials, for cold traffic pages in general, get people to scroll, get people to read what you're trying to portray, what you're trying to sell with your new mechanism, what you're trying to showcase and make them understand that this is the new solution that they need to solve their pain or problem, to reach their goal, to do a specific thing that they could have not done before, or maybe a traditional solution that they've tried before, but they couldn't quite make it, or couldn't quite solve their problem. And then you list them out in this fashion here, point by point, headline with sub-headline, focusing again, going more in depth on exactly why that's what they need to solve their problem and reach their goal. But yeah, this is the structure you need to follow here for the listicles specifically. If you don't know where to start with building listicles for your brand, the best way and the best tool you can use is obviously AI. You won't use this to actually write the copy or copy paste the copy, because obviously the copy will be bad from AI, but you can use it to come up with points to do exactly what you need, and then build upon those your copy and write actually what is going to be on the listicle. But a very good example in this case is what I've just done here. I've done this with Blissy, but you can do it with whatever is your brand, or whatever link if you want to try it out. So I just gave it the PDP URL of Blissy main SKU, which is the white pillowcase, the standard one. I just told ChatGPT to analyze the website and give me 10 direct response e-commerce listicle points to use with cold traffic, and to focus on the target customer for this product and what pains, problems they could be experiencing. It actually came up with very good points here. So you can use AI to definitely come up with this stuff right here. Don't ask it to actually write the copy, because it will be quite bad. But we use it in our research process, and when we work with clients, we use it to it's one of the methods we use to come up with all of the insights and build our knowledge base for every client we work with, and it works pretty well to search stuff and to come up with stuff to then let us build upon with copy. But for example, as you can see, these points are pretty good. So wake up to smoother hair is already a very good point. Enhanced skin hydration is a good point. You could frame it in a different way. So enhanced skin hydration is a little bit general and too broad to be understandable, but if you focus on a specific like skin condition, or some skin conditions that can come from dryness or stuff like that, on natural fabric that absorbs the natural moisture, you can make that a lot more specific than just broad enhanced skin hydration. As I mentioned before, what you want with listicles and in general with pages that you put in front of cold traffic, you want to be very, very specific. You want to be extremely relatable. If you write just enhanced skin hydration, literally in every single product or thing you can think about for skincare or for healthcare in general, it's a catchphrase that's mentioned basically everywhere. So if you just mention it as enhanced skin hydration, it will be too general, too broad. It will it will be just the same as basically every other single skincare product out there. And instead, if you actually mention and target specific skin conditions, or skin conditions that derive from being dry and like dryness, skin dryness, then you can be much more specific with those. And also, for example, minimize slip creases, hypoallergenic comfort. These are actually good points you can use. Regulate sleep temperature, and you can explain here and expand why sleep temperature is important for a good night of sleep. So these points are actually pretty good. If you don't have an idea of where to start with your brand, you can just give it to GPT, copy paste the link in, ask it this exact prompt right here. I'll leave the exact prompt in the comments, so you can just copy and paste it in GPT and just use it, or you can expand upon it if you need points angled in a different way or structured for a different layout. And the points that will come up here are pretty good to just start building your listicle today. One important thing I want to mention when testing these pages in your funnel is that usually when you obviously split test stuff, you need an A/B test tool. You would set it up as a split URL test and stuff like that. When you change the page you're running traffic to, you need to test that on the ad level, on the creative level. So actually redirect, maybe copy or duplicate the ads you're running, the creatives you're running, and run them to the new page instead of split testing and split URL on the PDP to the listicle, because it causes some problems with tracking. Sometimes if it's not set up properly, if you don't have anyone in-house technical to set it up for you properly, then it would be best to test it directly instead on the ad platform, instead of at the actual page level with A/B tools, because it causes some problems with tracking and with conversions tracking, all of that stuff. So if you're going to build a listicle today and start testing those for your funnel and improve your funnel, then do the tests directly at the ad level. Since my full 1 hour CRO guide that I posted a few weeks ago was received super well, I'm looking to start recording much more in-depth, longer guides, 60, 70, 80 plus minutes, even 2 hours on certain topics, me even going in and actually doing designs, building up copy, writing copy, stuff like that for you guys. If you want specific topics to be covered in my next coming guides, you can leave a comment here down below with what you want to see regarding CRO, regarding landing pages, regarding funnels, anything that you have in mind. I will record a full guide on. If you want listicles to be built for your brand, we've done them extensively for 7-8 figure brands in different niches. You can get on a call with me down below in the second link. And if you want my 60+ page e-commerce CRO guide in the PDF form, along with weekly insights on CRO and the tests we run for our clients, then you can sub and get all of those delivered to your inbox in the first link in the description. See you in my next video.